One. Welcome to Tales from Western New York. I'm Joe Brown.
Hey, Flo here. What up, everybody?
Right now I'm a little blind. I went for a little vision test, so Mick Flo will be reading the police blotter. Go ahead, Mick.
This could be interesting because I don't know how to read. So, today we got the police blotter for Monday, August the 15th through Sunday, August the 21st.
Well, at least they have August in there.
And just like the last blotter, they actually have August all the way through every single day. That's good. It's a good start. And it looks like the big story of the day is an unruly customer was escorted off the property.
Well, that could happen a lot.
Yeah, there's lots of those out there. All right, well, let's get started. We got Monday, August the 15th here. An officer stopped a New York registered vehicle on Military Road and found the vehicle to have a forged inspection sticker.
Whoa. Did you not see the news a couple of months ago where the people had the fake license plate cardboard box and they drew it in with blue marker and yellow, and it almost looked like it, but they caught him because basically they could scan them in with their license plate scanner and it wasn't scanning in, so they pulled them over and found out it was cardboard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's really funny. Those are pretty funny stories. And a fake inspection sticker, that's no good. I mean, it's one
the
thing.
car probably couldn't pass inspection.
Well, probably not.
It was
no.
probably jalopy. The sound system was better than the whole car anyways.
The sound system and the rims, yeah, probably. Yeah. Yep, that usually happens too. All right. A person came to the Kenmore Police Department and reported that her vehicle was struck sometime during the weekend. Oh, a hit and run.
Well, you definitely have to do a police report for your insurance company because
Yeah,
the insurance company won't pay unless there's a police report.
Yeah, a hit and run sucks. Happened to me at Wegmans. Never actually caught the person. Even the cameras at Wegmans said they couldn't see anything in the parking lot. So, because the angle that I was parked in. I guess you don't want to park all the way to one side or all the way to the other side if you're in the Wegmans parking lot. You want to park in the middle, especially if you're gonna, if you're worried about your car.
While you're worrying about a brand new car, you always want to pack in the back because some people, I hate to say it, I yelled at a woman at Walmart. She was about to leave her cart there. I'm like, hey, there's a cart where you leave those carts in them.
Yeah.
Go bring the cart. It was 2 aisles over. Hey, are you going to leave your cart there? And she said, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I had to say something or she wasn't going to bring it.
Right? Yeah, you have to yell at people like that because that car could roll into that car or could do some serious damage. That's not
Put
good.
the cart thing. You are still employing somebody to get the cart, but put it in a designated cart place. That's what it's there for. People don't strike your car.
Right.
Lazy people.
Yeah, that's all it is, really. All right, Tuesday, August the 16th. A Lincoln Boulevard resident reported vandalism to her landscaping. She said someone sprayed some kind of weed killer on her landscaping. Oh.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow.
You mean your neighbors were trying to take care of their lawn and sprayed some weed killer? Oh, no.
Oh, man. All those dead flowers or bushes or whatever.
Or vegetables that you're going to eat. Oh, no. You don't want to do that. You could be killing somebody.
Yeah, that's true. It's no good.
My parents grow some tomatoes. I had to scare off a squirrel. He took the little fucking tomato and ran up the tree with it. I had my mom in tears though. She was crying.
Oh, man. That sucks. Squirrels are awful.
I once was eating a lollipop in Niagara Falls, and I pointed at the squirrel. The little bastard took off with the lollipop squirrel. I'm like, man, at least you could have done is just take a bite. I had gum on there.
Oh, jeez.
Squirrels are nasty.
Yeah, they are. All right, Wednesday, August the 17th. A person reported a group of youths at Crosby Avenue and Colvin Boulevard throwing items at passing vehicles. Oh,
yeah,
Jesus,
that
kids.
Is definitely wrong.
Come on, guys. I mean, really? Something
Grow
like that?
up.
Yeah, you got to grow up. That's ridiculous. You could hurt somebody could have a window open and you could throw something at them. That could distract them and cause an accident. You could break a window. Oh, wow. Just dumb people. Come on, kids. An officer found a man going through trash on Kenmore Avenue.
Well, it's against the law, so yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if you see a cop, turn around, make sure no cops around.
Yeah, if you're going to do that. I mean,
I don't mind. I have people picking through my trash all the time that take stuff at work.
Oh yeah, in Amherst we used to put stuff out to the curb like all the time, and just if somebody wanted to come and take it, who cares? But it is technically illegal. So, all right, Thursday, August the 18th. A Victoria Boulevard resident reported that his vehicle, which was parked in the street, was ransacked sometime during the night. Items were thrown around.
As we've said before, people,
Yeah.
lock your vehicle.
Yeah, we've been through this a million times.
2 seconds. Click on the button or
Yeah.
push the sides.
Right.
I know it's hard to do in a lazy situation when you have too many lazy Americans.
Yeah. Slow down for just a second, even if you're in a hurry, and make sure your truck is locked. I was at the gym today riding, and I can see out the windows, and a woman got out of her car, and the first thing she did after she got out of her car was she turned around and she hit her little beeper. She made sure the car was locked. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. That lady had the right idea.
Laura 5 million times will run back. Did I click it? I'm like, yeah, you did. But I understand where she comes from.
But yeah, you got to be careful. You got to make sure that you don't want your car broken into. All right, a Delaware Avenue business reported an unruly customer threatening to do damage to the showroom. The party was escorted off the premises and advised if he returned to the business, he'd be arrested for trespassing. Well, good.
Well, that's
should
very
be.
good. Yeah, it should be. Why cause trouble somewhere?
Right. There's no reason for that. That's just blatant ignorance, really.
Smoke some weed, drink, and go be merry.
Yeah, somewhere else. Leave everybody alone. All right, Friday, August the 19th. A Shepherd Avenue resident reported that someone did something to her bathtub, and she'd like to see an officer.
Whoa, somebody did something in the bathroom? I bet somebody pooped in the bathroom. In the Navy, we had phantom poopers that would poop in different places, and they'd have to sign up the phantom poopers out there.
Yeah, that's kind of a strange thing.
What else could that be?
Yeah, that's pretty
Somebody
much
did
what.
something in the
Yeah,
bathtub. What do you mean?
pretty much what I'm thinking.
Somebody
Yeah,
pooped in it? Somebody puked in it?
maybe they peed in it, but that even like they did definitely defecated somewhere, or definitely defecated in their tub, and that's not cool.
I will tell you, the Filipinos that we were in the Navy with,
Mm-hmm.
they always said they peed on their feet because of cured athlete's foot.
Oh, really?
It's a home remedy of the Filipinos.
Oh, that I did not know.
That's some odd news for you.
There we go. Learn something new every day. A woman reported being rubbed. Oh, oh, jeez. That was good. Let's try that again. A woman reported being robbed of her purse by a 6-foot-tall man on Colvin Boulevard. An officer reported recovering a gun and a purse on Charleston.
Well, that's good.
Well, yeah, that's good. They got the lady's stuff back.
Yep.
Her property is her property. Shouldn't be taken from her.
But a gun also? Wow.
Yeah, that means she was trying to keep herself protected. That's
No.
good.
The gun was probably, the assailant probably used the gun, so they took the gun from the guy and the purse.
Oh, that makes sense too. Yeah, that's good. Keep everybody safe. Keep the guns out of criminals' hands.
Yep.
A woman said she would like to speak to an officer in regard to issues she's having with her ex-husband and the text messages he has sent to her in the past.
No, yep. Well, with that one, you need a restraining order
Yeah,
from the court, and then you could show the cops that he's harassing her.
yep.
Or change your number. I had to do that because of a crazy ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, that's really all you can do though. All right, Saturday.
Oh, you could also block the number.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do have that option on your phone now. You can actually do it without calling the company. You can just block the user.
It also asked me today, because somebody from my work texted me, it says, do you know this person? You could block it if you don't know them.
Oh.
So it must be a new fixture with the new iPhone because of all those robocalls and robo-text messages.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get those all the time for Helium Comedy Club. I mean, they're not like,
Well,
I know who it is.
Well,
but
Helium Comedy Club's okay.
Yeah.
But I get ones where somebody's like, hey, I'm calling about fixing your computer. I'm like, what computer? I don't have a computer. How'd you get my number? And click.
Yep. No.
My father got a call from Ethiopia today saying, hey, sir, if you send us $250, we'll send you $9,000. Bastards.
Yeah.
That's a scam.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, those scams I've gotten before. Have you ever gotten the one about from the IRS? They're calling because they want to give you a grant worth $5,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then all they want is your bank information.
Oh, hell no.
Which means all they're doing is just trying to take your money from you.
IRS will never call you people.
No.
They will send you a letter to your house saying you're getting audited.
Yeah. Yeah.
No email, no phone call, a letter.
Yep. They do.
And you'll go down to their office.
Yep, that's the old-fashioned way. But that's how they know that it's going to you. It either gets to you or it goes to the wrong address, and then they figure out your real address and send it to you. Alrighty, Saturday, August the 20th. A man came to the Kenmore Police Department to advise patrols that he recovered a .22 caliber shell casing in his driveway. Oh.
Well, it's probably a shooting.
Yeah, probably was a shot that was fired somewhere, but for what reason and at who knows.
Oh, at least they have the casing.
Yeah, they can at least trace it, hopefully. Maybe find a fingerprint on it or something. A Wardman Road resident reported loud music coming from a residence.
Music
oh boy.
This time of year, warm weather, partying.
Yeah, really.
Oh my Lord, leave that guy alone.
Pretty much, yeah. Just let him listen to his music. Who cares?
Unless it's a weekday. What, was that a Saturday?
Yeah, it was a Saturday too.
Oh my Lord, let him party. Shut up.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Sunday, August the 21st. A man reported that there were 2 adults who appeared to be high with an infant on Delaware Avenue.
Well, being that this is Buffalo,
yeah,
I could see it.
Yeah, that's a tough one too. Like, being high is one thing, but then being high with an infant.
But they have a kid? Yeah, I'd definitely call the cops.
You got to be careful because that's a child involved. And if you're going to do whatever you're going to do, drink or smoke or whatever you got to do in your own time, that's your own business. But out in public, you're carrying a child, that's not good.
But you also, I would call the cops, but we also know a guy that we would think was high, but he really isn't high.
That's true too.
He just
kind of looks like it.
And sounds like it half the time the way he talks, but you never know.
Yeah. A man said someone threw out rugs and that garbage day isn't until Wednesday. This was Clay Adams. This guy lived across the street from me on LaSalle, and I had a vacuum cleaner that died, and I thought it was, and garbage night was Monday night, pick up on Tuesday, and I, for some reason, thought it was Monday night, but it was Sunday night, and I didn't think anything of it, and I walked the vacuum cleaner. Now, it's completely dead. It's garbage. It's going out to the curb, and it doesn't really matter. It's just a small vacuum cleaner, a little dirt devil. I walk it out to the curb. I set it on the curb, and I go back inside. Maybe 45 minutes later, or an hour, no more than an hour, it was garbage picked. But when I walked out to the front door and noticed that it was missing, I also noticed something flapping by the door, and I walked out, and the guy across the street from me called the cops because there was a vacuum cleaner out in front of my house, and there was a citation on my door for a $25 fine for having garbage out too early. This guy was constantly making phone calls like that to anybody in the neighborhood if they were doing something wrong. A friend of ours pulled up in front of our house, put his four-ways on. He was on the wrong side of the street, but he was only there for a second to run in, grab something from my brother, and leave. And in the time that it took him, well, he was in for maybe a minute, but in the time that it took him to come in and grab whatever he needed to grab, talk to us for about 30, 45 seconds, and go back out to his car. As he's walking back out to his car, a Kenmore cop pulled up behind him, and luckily he was walking back out to his car, otherwise he would have got a ticket, because the cop said somebody in the neighborhood called the cops for him illegally parking. This guy across the street, there are certain things, like if you put your garbage out too early or something like that, that are not a major issue. Or somebody, parking with their four-ways on for a couple of minutes somewhere, that's not a major, I mean, if they're blocking traffic, that's different. But if they're just parking there for a minute, that's, it's a completely harmless thing. So people like this calling because something was out to the curb too early, that you just need to mind your own business.
I work at a storage company.
Yeah.
And across from me is a 55 and older place.
Mm-hmm.
I can't put out any trash any sooner than Sunday because they'll call the cops right away in the town. The town showing up, be like, hey, you can't put it out there. I'm like, well, I can't tell my tenants that, but I try to. And he gives me a nice break, but he does come and talk. He's like, yeah, the next door neighbors. I'm like, wait a minute, but what about their trash? They'll go do it now and then. But they're always calling. They have nothing better to do but call the cops, these older people.
Yeah.
Mind your business, it's trash. I know it doesn't look good on the front lawn, but we're trying to get rid of it where it can look better.
Right. Yeah, and that's the whole thing, is that if it's out a day early or a couple hours early or something like that.
Yeah, but sometimes people have nothing better to do but to call the cops.
Just to call the cops.
They want to put their nose into everything.
Right.
Instead of minding their own and watching TV and being retired.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, and finally, a woman requested assistance with retrieving her property from a friend's house. She was not certain of the address. She just said that she would be outside.
Well, for one thing, you should know the address where the stuff is.
Yeah.
For two, you probably have to go to small claims court.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those things that, like, if they're not giving you your property back, you just,
because cops can't do much.
Report it, and then you probably have to take that issue to court, because the cops can't really, they can't bust a door down just to try and get your stuff back, because they never know. They can't get in the middle of he said, she said, as far as...
When I was in Virginia, we had a situation where my buddy, his soon-to-be ex-wife, stole his car. The cops could not get the key from her. We had to get a locksmith to do the key, and then we could leave with his car if we could finally have it.
Oh my God.
It sucked.
Yeah.
Even though it was his car written in, but because somebody else had the key, they couldn't do nothing about it. He'd have to go to court. They said your cheapest option is get a locksmith, cost us $80. At that time, that was 10 years ago.
Wow.
So that was cheap going by 10 years, but nowadays, a locksmith costs you like $200 or more just to call him.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Is that the end of the story this week?
That's the end of it. There were a total of 258 calls this week, so...
258 people either not minding their business or calling for other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's a police blotter. I'm Joe Brown signing off.
McFlo, peace out, you motherfuckers.